And it's something that we all need to prevent people from doing. Showing blind loyalty to you and you showing blind loyalty to others. Because it does nothing but limit people. It does nothing but hold you back when you sit here and show some blind loyalty to someone who you know they're wrong. You know, all that, that's my brother, that's my sister, whether she right or wrong, I'm with her. No, that's blind loyalty. That could be my brother and sister, and they can do wrong, and I'm still with them. You know, I am still with them. But what we won't be doing is showing blind loyalty to you, though. What I won't be doing is condoning the bullshit, and I got to co-sign to you doing some wrong stuff to people or to others or morals or whatever it is, you know? And I can't be the one who's going to show you some fake love. The one to show you some blind loyalty for you neglecting people, you know, for you, not working your job and, you asking me, do I have a good work ethic? Is this my fault? And it's clearly your fault. Do I have an addiction? Yes, you need to get some help about it. Should I go to counseling? Yes, you should entertain some other things and try to get some help for these problems, that neglect that you're going through in the past. If you can't talk to people like that and give it to them straight on their chin, then maybe them people are not for you, because any man or woman who showed me the tough love out here, who gave it to me straight on the chin like that, I respected them because it got me elevated out here. It kept me advancing out here. It showed me that these people really cared for me to tell me the truth, I'm a person who suffered from several addictions before, a gambling addiction. And when you got addictions, you don't know when it's a habit sometimes. You're in denial a lot, You want people to co-sign for you and you say, I don't really have a habit, do I? It's not that bad, is it? And my people is not the type of people who was going to co-sign for me. They was going to tell me, yeah, that I'm doing wrong, You keep saying you're taking loans, Lamar. You're going paycheck to paycheck already. You're in debt now. That's something that we can't do out here as people, y'all, just because that's your brother. That's because that's your son, your daughter, your mother, your father. You can't just show blind loyalty to these people because it's going to hold them back. It's going to have them falling down. Now, what happens when you show blind loyalty to your brother, your sister, who's suffering with a drug addiction? And, they're coming to you and all you're doing is enabling them more. They're asking you, am I suffering? Am I doing that bad? Yes, you're doing bad. You lost custody of your children. You lost your job. You lost your house before. You showing blind loyalty and always being there, always having their back, always lying for them, always pretending, always taking a blind out of those things. It holds them back. And it could kick you down as well. What happened when that dirt started coming on your rug now? Them problems start knocking on your front door because of this person that you showing blind loyalty to. You ever got to think about that, people, because that's something that can set you back. That's something that can have you with victim remorse now, You didn't do anything, you know what I'm saying? It's not, you didn't affect them, but it's the fact that you condoned it. It's the fact that you told your friend that she was all right. She's a good mother, and she lost custody of her kids several times. She's looking out, for men all the time, and she's not taking care of her house like she need to do. And her children are just running wild. We can't show blind loyalty to people, guys. It's okay to give people tough love. It's okay to let them know that they're in the wrong. But guess what? You might have to break some people down to help them build themselves back up. And just because I gave you some tough love and now you offended at me, now you mad at me, is that what it takes, that you got to separate from me, that you got to be, never talking to me again? Then that's okay. That's some things you got to do, y'all, because tough love can be hard, when it's coming from, you got to give it to your mother, your son, your daughter, your wife, your girlfriend, whoever they be. We can't just sit here and enable people to hurt themselves and you always got their back. You always pulling them up. You telling them that, nah, you doing good, you okay, you just lose these jobs because people, no. This person lose their job because of their work ethic. They lose their job because they always looking for people to give them handouts all the time. They're not a responsible person. They never take accountability to anything. So you got to be careful with that blind loyalty, people. I can't stress that enough because we love these people. You love your mother. You love your son. You love your daughter. And when you tell some people that their family, that they're not progressing as they should, that they're not working at the pace that they used to, it hurts people sometimes when you tell them that they're not doing as good as they think they're doing. You sitting here living the lie, and I can't tell you that. I had to give my son tough love this summer. He's going on 18. Had a nice little summer job. Continuously come late. But this has been his problem all his life. Timing, late for school all the time. Wait for waking up for anything. Late to practice. The lady fired him from his job. And not to say I was happy, I'm glad he learned a lesson from it. Because now that took away from your money, Now, all them school clothes and all them pairs of gym shoes and boots you thought you was buying for the year, it just chopped that in half. You got to learn it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give you blind loyalty and saying you're doing good, you're going to be okay. Nah, we've been working on this for 4 or 5 years, huh? And you still failed to be consistent with your timing. This past month, he's been very consistent. He learned a lesson from this. And sometimes that's just what it takes. It takes the person to get broke down to build them back up. I could have been lying to him and showing him blind loyalty and, oh, it's going to be okay, son. Nah, you're going to be good. No. Because as I stress to him all the time, you go get out there in the real world and somebody else going to have to give it to you tough. You don't want me giving it to you, somebody else go fire you from your real job. You go get kicked out your house. You go get kicked out the college campus if you continue to not know about time and continue to make excuses out here for yourself. So people, blind loyalty, just like fake love, you can't give it. You can't receive it because it's going to hurt them people. These people are struggling with addiction. These people are not the best people in the world. And they ruin relationships and they always complain. They never take accountability to things. They blame everybody for every mistake that they make. You can't sit there and condone it and say, it's not your fault. Everywhere you go, people just hate on you. No, you got to start changing your ways. No, it's some things that you doing. You quit too easy. Every job you get, you stay there 2 months and you gone. You looking to go to the top too quick. Take your time out here. And guys, on the real, some of these people, they just enjoy doing it. They know that you go vouch for them. She know that he always got her back. And whatever bullshit she going through, whatever excuses that he doing, they know you got them. They know you go condone it. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's my homie. Whatever I do, you know what I'm saying? Right or wrong, he go condone it and say it's right. And that's not right. People fall down from that. I seen this happen before with a mother and a son, The mom just condoned everything the son doing. He's talking to girls crazy, 17, 18, cussing them out. You're going to jail for domestic violences and you so young. The mom would blame it on all the girls. She would say, these women need to act right. My son is a king. She just blessed her son and gave her son so much credit he couldn't do no wrong. What happened? He got locked up. For what? Domestic violence. For what? Assault. For what? A gun. All types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Drugs as well. Serving a 7-year sentence. Nobody gave him tough love. Everybody showed him blind loyalty. Everybody said what he's doing is okay. You're going to be all right. You just made a mistake once. Nobody made him own up to his responsibilities. Nobody made him own up and take accountability to anything out here. And some of these people, they just gonna keep bleeding you and bleeding you and bleeding you. You sitting here giving this blind loyalty and giving this fake love, they love it. Some of these people are just egotistic people and it's just going to the brain. They just love it. You keep telling me I ain't got no habit. You keep telling me, I ain't got no addiction. You keep telling me that I'm doing great and I'm a great father, I'm a great mother. And you know it's not true. These people just come every once in a while, just every blue moon, just run out on people, You can't give blind loyalty to anybody, guys. Anybody who told me the truth out here, I respected that. Anybody who seen me doing bad and called it out and didn't pretend, I respected that. Don't let these people arrogance and these people riding these high horses make you just give them a thumbs up. Let them know, you trying to get where they at, so you gonna be a yes man or something, a yes woman. That's what that blind loyalty can turn you to. Because blind loyalty has got people hurt. It's got people killed, The same person who didn't tell their friend that that drug addiction is not cool. You neglecting your children and not being a better father, a better mother is gonna hurt you. Sometimes these people end up hurting people. They end up hurting themselves, end up losing everything they got. Because people was right there condoning it. People was right there agreeing with the bullshit. People couldn't tell them what was real, because we family. That's my dog. I grew up with him. Whatever it is. You got to keep it real with your people so they don't fall down. You can't tell no lies out here. You got to keep it real at all times out here with everybody. Because if you showing this fake love and this blind loyalty out here, people go just walk all over you. You know, we got the ungrateful horses, like I said, they just go take from you. These narcissists out here, they love for you to big their ego up. You see their head already big as Frankenstein, and you keep telling them everything's gonna be all right. That's all right. Your dream job is here. And these people that lost their damn dream job 15 years ago with everything they quit from, everything they run from. But you keep telling these people it's all right, that they're all that. And I get it. You could be in a relationship with your girl who know you gotta have it. I've been there before, where people were just there for me though. You know what I'm saying? They weren't giving me no fake love and no fake loyalty. They were just there with me because they wanted to see me change. And that's what happens sometimes. I'm not going to run on my son and run away from him because he's always late. It's been happening 6, 7 years. I got to stick with him. He wrong. I got to help him get this timing right. You lost your job. This little summer job don't matter because you're not out there in the real world per se. You know what I'm saying? This was a friend who was giving us a favor and let you work to get a little money and get some responsibility. But this is going to hurt you later on in life if I keep telling you, you okay. It's going to be all right. We got to change it now, but you know what I'm saying? Work on it now at least for this won't be a problem later in life. And you start losing big things. You know what I'm saying? So guys, I advise everybody just to keep it real with everyone. Keep it real. Tough love, it is tough. It's hurtful to give sometimes. But it's the best love that you can give people sometimes. Because sometimes when you break them down, you build them back up and they on their way. They look like a brand new person. They changed around. They taking accountability. You know what I'm saying? They're responsible being now because of that tough love you gave them. Because of that, you know, hard love you gave them. You know what I'm saying? You stood up for yourself. You stood up for them. You let them know, I'm not condoning it. I love you. I'm always here for you. We family, we friends, you my son, you my wife, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you got going on, we gonna help each other get through these struggles. But we not gonna act fake and pretend and take blind eyes to things out here. Love on your people. Motivation comes in many forms. Lamborghini Lamar.